This is the Mistress Carrie Situation Report for June 4th, 2024. Your daily music headlines, industry info, and everything rock. Live from Detroit, the concert at Michigan Central is executive produced by Eminem and Paul Rosenberg. It's set to stream on Peacock coming up on June 6th. The highly anticipated reopening of Michigan Central Station is just around the corner after a 6-year restoration by the Ford Motor Company. Detroit's biggest music stars are coming together for a once-in-a-lifetime concert to celebrate. The show will feature performances by Diana Ross, Big Sean, Jack White, Theo Parrish, Slum Village, the Clark Sisters, Sky Jetta, and the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. Common, Fantasia, Melissa Etheridge, and Jelly Roll, along with presenters Mike Epps and Sophia Bush, are also scheduled to appear, as will Eminem. A new figure of Ghost's latest front persona, Papa Emeritus IV, has been announced for a February 2025 release. The limited time pre-orders are available now through July 7th at super7.com. This latest 7-inch collectible features Tobias Forge with an alternate miter head, robe, and hands. It's part of Super 7's Ultimates line. The Mayhem Festival organizers are dropping clues about this year's lineup, releasing that 4 bands are returning to the Mayhem Festival, 19 bands who are making their first appearance on Mayhem, 15 bands whose performance will be their one and only in California for the rest of the year, 3 whose performance will be their return to California for the first time in over 10 years, 2 whose show will be their first ever in California, and 1 whose show is their debut. Mayhem Fest will be a one-day show in Southern California this October. The festival will be a tour starting in the summer of 2025. Mark D. Ross, best known as the rapper Brother Marquis in 2 Live Crew, has passed away, according to a social media post by the group, according to TMZ. Saying, quote, Mark Ross, a.k.a. Brother Marquis of the 2 Live Crew, has went to the upper room. He was 58 years old. No cause of death was cited. Yesterday, Disturbed's David Draymond received the 2024 Joint Jerusalem Post and World Zionist Organization Award for outstanding contribution to the fight against anti-Semitism. Disturbed's lead singer accepted the honor, which was also presented to NBA reporter and media personality Emily Austin. During his acceptance speech, he said, quote, if you had told me 10 years ago that I would have lost so many of my colleagues and friends over my position to simply defend my people, our people, the Jewish people, I'd call you crazy. If you would tell me that the entire world would flip this script on us, if you would tell me that this bizarro existence that we're currently living in, where good has become evil and evil has become good, and where modern-day Nazis are praised in progressive circles all over the world, where university students champion their cause, the world can seem like a very, very dark place these days. But I can tell you from my own personal experience that it takes incredibly powerful light in order to dispel darkness. And it is up to each and every one of us to be that light in this darkness we are currently living in. Hailstorm's Lzzy Hale has reflected on the 4 shows that she played with Skid Row, saying the experience will live with her forever. The 40-year-old singer, who has fronted Hailstorm for more than 2 decades, took over vocal duties of Skid Row after the group's 4th frontman since Sebastian Bach's departure, Swedish Idol contestant Eric Gronwell, quit the band to focus on his health. She said, quote, thank you so much to Rachel, Snake, Scotty, and Rob, their amazing crew, and the entire Skid Row fan base for putting your trust in me. Thank you for bringing me into your tribe and allowing me to live inside your legacy for a moment. What started out as friends helping out friends bloomed into something bigger than any of us could have imagined. I'm overflowing with gratitude. She has also said that it would be logistically impossible for her to take over the gig permanently. Cyndi Lauper has announced her final tour, dubbed the Girls Just Want to Have Fun Farewell Tour, a 23-date outing kicking off this fall. It'll be Cyndi Lauper's first major tour in a decade. The dates kick off in Montreal on October 18th and wrap up in Chicago on December 5th, including the only New England show in Boston, Massachusetts at the MGM Music Hall at Fenway on October 26th. Tickets go on sale to the general public this Friday via Ticketmaster at 10 a.m. local time. Pearl Jam brought their Dark Matter tour home to Seattle this week. Frontman Eddie Vedder played an emotional acoustic version of Nine Inch Nails' classic song Hurt and dedicated it to friends that the group have lost in their hometown. Saying, quote, "You can guess that there's no other guest list as big as the one when we're here in Seattle. San Diego, Chicago, nope, Seattle. And to be honest, I wish it were a little longer. There are certain names that I deeply wish were on the guest list tonight, but we lost them too early and in ways we could never have imagined. And damn if I can't stop thinking about it, but that's a good thing," he said. Robin Trower has canceled his upcoming U.S. tour, citing health issues. The guitarist, whose career started with Procol Harum back in 1967, was scheduled to start a tour of the States on September 14th. However, the tour has been put on hold. Releasing a statement, he said, quote, "It is with great regret that I must inform you that I will be unable to fulfill the upcoming tour of the United States in September and October. I have struggled with health issues for some time now. Following my latest stay in the hospital a few weeks ago, my doctor advised me that the only possible way for an effective long-term solution is to undertake a major operation as soon as possible." Spotify has announced that they'll be raising their price of their monthly premium plan. The U.S. price of the streaming platform's premium subscription will be raised by $1, now costing $11.99 a month. The Duo plan's price will be raised by $2 to $16.99, and the family plan will rise $3 to $19.99 a month. In a recent interview, Carrie King from Slayer was asked about the band's upcoming reunion shows 5 years since the completion of what is being billed as the band's farewell tour. Saying, quote, "I'll put it in perspective that everybody can understand. We've been turning down offers since the beginning of 2020, pandemic and all. And then it started getting near the 5-year anniversary of us stopping playing. So I'm like, you know what? This is a 3-show package. I think it would be fun to do. It's kind of a 5-year anniversary of our last show. We're never going to tour again. It ain't going to happen. We're never going to record again. That's not going to happen either. But to do commemorative shows, I think that that's kind of fun." Live Nation, the parent company of Ticketmaster, has acknowledged that it suffered a data breach in connection to its user data. According to a report, the compromise in data was carried out by a well-known hacker group called Shiny Hunters, who claimed that they had stolen 1.3 terabytes of data from Ticketmaster. Details obtained by the 560 million customers include full names, addresses, email addresses, phone numbers, ticket sales and event details, order information, and partial payment credit card data. They have threatened to sell the data for $500,000. In a new interview in Ultimate Guitar, Michael Anthony from Van Halen was asked if he is still in contact with Alex Van Halen. Saying, quote, "I haven't spoken to Alex in a while, probably about a year, and I actually texted him on his birthday this month, and I didn't hear anything back from him. But yeah, I was pretty surprised when I heard about this auction via Backstage Auction that he's going to be holding in the beginning of June. Somebody sent me the link to it, and it appears he's selling everything right down to his last drumstick. So I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. I know that he continues to grieve today over Eddie's passing. And basically, Eddie was the only person that he actually ever played music with." The classic reality competition show American Gladiators is getting a reboot from Prime Video. A nationwide search for contestants to take on the show's own gladiators in a custom-built arena is already underway. Original events like Gauntlet, Hang Tough, and The Eliminator will be featured in the reboot along with new challenges. The original Gladiators ran for 7 seasons from 1989 to 1996 and saw contestants face off against elite athletes with nicknames like Nitro, Blaze, Storm, Ice, and Diamond. Queens of the Stone Age have added some new dates to the End is Nero tour. The latest additions find the Kills opening up for Queens of the Stone Age. Tickets are slated to go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. local time. The dates kick off in Boston at the MGM Music Hall at Fenway on September 28th and wrap up in Madison, Wisconsin on October 4th at Breese Stevens Field. And that's your sit rep. For more details on all of the stories, check the links in the show notes of this episode. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie Podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday. Episode 208, featuring The Warning, is available now.